Fish, do it, do it. You can do it too. The fishes, that's Pisces. You know, they're like this. Can't do it on the camera, but on two fishes, head to tail. Those are fishes, a symbol of Pisces. And we're talking like spirituality and creativity. You know, the fish symbolizes both of those things. You know, creative idea is symbolized by a fish, and also, you know, like spirituality, like Jesus Christ. A fish is a symbol of, you know, Jesus. But in overall, it's basically, yeah, spirituality, transcendence. You know, that big ocean being, you know, just like a drop of water in the massive ocean. You know, it's all has to do with imagination, you know, and what we dream about, and you know, the creativity that comes out of you know, imagination, fantasy, you know, just kind of like being kind of lost in the, you know, fantasy world. That could be, you know, that's Pisces energy too. So when we're talking about Pisces, we talk about the 12th house in astrology. You know, 12 houses, and where Aries is the first, which we're coming up on. You know, Pisces is the last of the cycle. You know, so it's like endings. You know, letting go and stuff like that. So I want to talk about 2 tarot cards, and it goes a little bit deeper into my blog about this sort of stuff. So check it out. But 2 tarot cards, which are very connected with Pisces. And this is the first one. Magician. Love this card. Stands up, you know, with a hand up here, and it's like he's like a conductor, like a human conductor, not in like a band way, like a band conductor with music. Although Pisces does have a lot to do with music, and Neptune, also film and arts, that sort of creativity thing, like visual. But he's like standing there. This is what combines with the creativity. He's like taking what's taking from the above, the transcendental, higher, spiritual, you know, outer realms, and attracting it, and through the filter of the magician, takes this, you know, creativity, and then brings it out through into and gives it to humanity. So a major, I associate this with creativity. You know, this is what, you know, what artists do. You know, they're you know, connected with the beyond, and kind of bring in this like collective beyond even, and bring in this, you know, idea out of the ether. It's like magic, and then manifest something given to, you know, humanity, you know, in a very special, unique way through the filter of, you know, themselves. So major creativity with this. Also there's a, you know, illusion and escapism. You know, we can get you know, intoxicated, and this has, you know, want relief from, you know, the world, you know, around us. You know, living in this world can be just kind of really difficult, and so we seek kind of release from it. So we might do healthy or unhealthy things to kind of, you know, numb ourselves. So that has a lot to do with Pisces energy. So another thing is, the other card is the Hermit. Another card that I really love. This has to do with, you know, the mystic and the wise man. And this is someone that kind of, you know, goes by themselves out, and, you know, goes up the mountain and meditates and does inner work, and is mystical, spiritual, the inner seeker. You know, they spend time by themselves. They're, you know, isolated. The main lesson for this archetype is, you know, balance of, you know, spending time alone and by themselves and doing that sort of thing, but also coming back down the mountain and being in society and having their place in it and stuff like that. It's like, you know, that's a very Buddha thing. Like, you know, Buddha, the archetype of Buddha would like go up to the mountain, you know, and do the inner spiritual work, but also comes back down into society and has their part there and balances out and has that inner wisdom within all of the, you know, stuff of, you know, being human. Is being human, not being a god. You know, it's understanding the divinity and spirituality of all things, like all is one, all of this just massive transcendental spirituality, and having that wisdom and then coming back into society and just like, you know, kind of knowing that, but living in the world. That's what, you know, Zen and Buddhism kind of is about. So that's tied in with Pisces too. With the 12th house we're talking about, and you know, we're talking about things that are, you know, hidden. The planets that are in our 12th house are the things that are kind of like unconscious or unconscious of. They're just subconscious, and we maybe do these things by ourselves or privately, or it's an energy that is kind of held back in some way, or done, you know, as like a behind the scenes energy, something like that. So it's very it's very good with astrology to see what planets we have in, you know, Pisces and the 11th house, or what's connected to you know, Neptune, and bring these into a consciousness and give them space in the world, in our world, being conscious of those energies. So very helpful. Unconditional love, you know, peace, love, and dove. You know, I'm wearing my cosmic shirt, by the way. This is like super cosmic. I love it. And so yeah, unconditional love. So this energy has to do with, you know, being you know, is a selfless energy. We're talking about being, you know, egoless, and with that process comes, you know, love for others and caring and being compassionate and helping people. You know, the egoless, you know, brings in, you know, being, you know, caring for other people. So a lot of people with you know, planets in their 12th house are very, you know, caring folks, or work in a caring profession or something like that too. So these are the things I wanted to talk to you about. Massive creativity with the sign, fully spiritual, okay, but it's got the two ends. It's got the two sides of this, you know. So you go way spiritual, you go way, you know, addictive behavior, you know. So, you know, you know, there's a uniting, merging with the divine and, you know, all that there is, and there's also, you know, escaping from it. There's two ways of how these energies can manifest in your life. And it kind of depends on, you know, what sort of like transits are happening, or, you know, aspects are happening in your chart, stuff like that. So it's really cool to dive deep and see, you know, how this energy plays out in your life, and that's, you know, what astrology helps with. So that's it, really. Yeah, be creative and touch into that inner world, and with love and caring for others and all of that. So it's good stuff. And watch your escape routes. Okay? All right. Peace. Bye. Love ya.